Roger, we're showing a relatively static pressure on your cabin. Do you think you can open the hatch at this pressure, about 0.12 psi? We're going to try it. Roger.
Well, there you are.
That's a picture from our telescope game.
The hatch is coming open.
That should let the rest of the oxygen
Hold
out
it
in a
going
hurry.
closed, and I'll get the valve to... Okay. And I better get up first.
Hatch reported coming open at 109 hours, 8 minutes, 5 seconds.
Okay, the valve's throttle. Okay.
Correction, 109:07:35.
Split up to forward. The window cleared yet? The water window cleared yet? It was, yeah. Mine hasn't cleared yet.
Perhaps I should say again that we won't get pictures until after the hatch is open.
Over.
Armstrong has started down the ladder a couple of steps.
Columbia, go ahead.
Pulls a latch.
Columbia, this is Houston. We'd like you to cycle the fans in cryo-hydrogen tank number 1. And LOS time, this orbit is 111-19er-31. Correction, make that for the next orbit. You already have the AOS LOS for this orbit. Roger on time, and you want to cycle the fan and cryo-hydrogen tank 1. Roger out.
There's at least one thing that's not bothering anybody in this country anymore, and that was the fear that the Soviet lunar probe would land and scoop up some lunar soil and come back before the Apollo astronauts arrived there. At 3:15 this afternoon, Eastern Daylight Time, the Soviet control base in the Crimea went over the horizon and lost contact with the lunar probe, and it's unlikely that they would be able to do anything with it until tomorrow morning. It's still orbiting as far as we know, and at one point it went down as low as 10 miles above the lunar surface. It was in the same general area, apparently not at the same time as the Apollo landing. In Moscow, the Soviet news agency TASS said Luna 15 was within 10 miles of the moon at its lowest point. It added that the probe was functioning normally in its scientific exploration of lunar space. That's the last word we've had on it. They've apparently got the hatch open, and Commander Armstrong is more than likely either getting out or preparing to get out. He does it very slowly and carefully. He doesn't want to damage his suit. this model is in the NBC Space Center. We don't know whether that's what it looks like there with all those rocks or not. But he said he saw all sizes, and so we're probably as close as you can be without seeing it firsthand.
They've been on the PLSSs now for 16 and a half minutes.
Columbia, this is Houston. We show you nearing high gain antenna scan limits. When you lose lock on us, we request Omni Delta. Omni Delta when you lose lock, over. Delta. Delta when you lose.
Transmission,
Omni Delta.
transmission up to Collins. And we've heard no more from the crew on the moon since they said they were opening
We're
the
8
hatch.
minutes away from loss of signal on Columbia.
To let the last pound plus of pressure outside the cabin.
Okay, my window's cleared. I'm going to go to... I might cooling up a little bit. Okay, my window's clear.
They've got defoggers on their windows.
All RCU windows are clear. I'm consecutive 4243. And I got FN pressure light, a 3-amp light, an ECS light. Down, we got a water separator light. No water, I'll check. Right. And I'll look at your cabin fan, one circuit breaker. You look at the glycol secondary.
Neil Armstrong, suit pressure 4 point.
It's cooling now. Me too. Okay. Glycol pump secondary circuit breaker open. So I can see this. I have to lean this way. Can't go any further. My cabin fan 1 is yeah, that's good. Can you check it? It's open. Verified. Okay. Non-stings radar circuit breakers open.
This is a final check of their systems that they're going through.
Well, I'm looking head on at it. I'll get it. Okay, let me get your antenna.
According to schedule.
Out. Okay. About ready to go down and get the moon. My antenna's out. Right. And now we're ready to hook up the LEC here.
The LEC is a kind of a rope and pulley device that they use to get stuff from the surface of the moon back up into the limb. They're hooking that up now.
Alright, that should go down. Maybe with no twists now. Put the bag out this way. That's even. Okay, you hooked up there? Okay, now we need to hook this. Yeah, move that up there. Okay, your visors. Yeah. Look at your back is up against the pert. Right now it's on top of the biscuit.
Forward and up. Now you're clear. A little bit toward me.
Appears to be Aldrin giving Armstrong some instructions on his movements.
You're lined up nicely. Toward me a little bit. Down. Okay, now you're clear. You're catching the first hinge at the bottom.
The what hinge?
All right, move your roll to the left. Okay, now you're clear. Lined up on the platform. Move your left foot to the right a little bit. Okay, that's good. All left. Good.
Okay, now I'm going to check GPS here.
Okay, you're not quite squared away. Hold to the right a little. Now you're even.
That's okay.
That's good. Got plenty of room to your left. It's a little close on the side.
How am I doing?
You're doing fine.
Armstrong's on his stomach, coming out feet first. Aldrin is helping him by telling him what his position is in relation to the hatch that he needs to pass through.
Okay, you want this bag?
Yep. Better.
That's real and needs no identification.
Okay, Houston, I'm on the porch.
Roger, Neil. Okay, stand by, Neil.
Columbia, Columbia, this is Houston, 1 minute, 30 seconds to LOS. All systems go, over.
Columbia, there you are, minute, Neil.
Okay. Get a little flag?
He's on the porch. In a moment or two, he should pull that lee ring, which will open the compartment on the side and give us a television picture. That's where the handle is, on the porch.
Neil Armstrong on the porch at 109 hours, 19 minutes, 16 seconds.
You need more flag, Buzz?
Now, hold it just a minute.
Okay.
While he's out on the porch, as it's called, he will
25 minutes of PLSS time expended now.
just sort of
Okay, everything's nice and straight in here.
move his head around, see how well he
Can
can
you pull the
see.
door open a little more?
Right?
Okay.
Did you get the main down?
I'm going to pull it now.
About to pull the ring for the camera.
Houston, the Mesa came down. All right. Houston, roger. We copy, and we're standing by for your TEV. Houston, this is Neil. Radio check. Neil, this is Houston. Loud and clear. Break, break. Buzz, this is Houston. Radio check and verify TV circuit breaker in.
Roger, TV circuit breakers in.
That's Aldrin turning on the camera.
5 clear.
Roger.
There's the picture.
And we're getting a picture on the TV.
Okay, you got a good picture, huh?
There's a great deal of contrast in it, and currently it's upside down on our monitor, but we can make out a fair amount of detail.
Okay, would you verify the
It is
position,
upside down.
the opening I ought to have on the camera?
Stand by.
Now it's right side up.
Now they've turned it right. Now we can see him moving down. Let's just enjoy this.
Okay, Neil, we can see you coming down the ladder now.
Neil, we can see you coming. Okay, I just checked getting back up to that first step. That isn't collapsed too far, but it's adequate to get back up.
Roger, we copy.
It's a pretty good little jump.
He's on the move.
Buzz, this is Houston. F2, 1/160th second for shadow photography on the sequence camera.
Okay. I'm at the foot of the ladder. The limb footbeds are only depressed in the surface about 1 or 2 inches. Although the surface appears to be very, very fine-grained as you get close to it. It's almost like a powder. Ground mass is very fine. I'm going to step off the limb now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
I think he said one small step for man, but one giant leap for man. I'm not certain I got all that right.
The surface is fine and powdery. I can pick it up loosely with my toe. It does adhere in fine layers, like powdered charcoal, to the sole and sides of my boot. I only go in a small fraction of an inch, maybe an eighth of an inch, but I can see the footprints of my boots and the treads in the fine sandy particles.
Neil, this is Houston. We're copying.
There seems to be no difficulty in moving around as we suspected. It's even perhaps easier than the simulations of 16G that we performed in various simulations on the ground. Absolutely no trouble to walk around. The descent engine did not leave a crater of any size. It has about 1 foot clearance on the ground. We're essentially on a very level place here. I can see some evidence of rays emanating from the descent engine, but very insignificant amount. Okay, Buzz, we ready to bring down the camera? I'm all ready. I think it's 2 miles squared away in good shape. Okay. Okay, you'll have to pay out all the LEC. It looks like it's coming out nice and evenly. Okay, it's quite dark here in the shadow and a little hard for me to see that I have good footing. I'll work my way over into the sunlight here without looking directly into the sun. Okay, it's taut now.
Unofficial time on the first step, 109.2420.
I think he's pulling the wrong one. I'm ready to pull it down now. There was still a little bit left in the... Okay, don't hold it quite so tight. Okay? No. Looking up at the limb, I'm standing directly in the shadow now, looking up at Buzz in the windows. And I can see everything quite clearly. The light is sufficiently bright, backlighted into the front of the limb, that everything is very clearly visible. Okay, I'm going to be changing it. Okay.
The surgeon says that
Camera installed on the RCU bracket.
the surgeon says the crew is doing well. Data is good, crew is doing well.
And I'm still in the LEC on the secondary struts. I'll step out and take some of my first pictures here.
Roger, Neil, we're reading you loud and clear. Let's see, getting some pictures and the contingency sample.
Thirty-five and a half minutes of PLSS time expended now.
We might orient you just a bit. The black upper portion of the picture is the blackness of space. The white lower portion, about the lower third, more or less, is the surface of the moon, illuminated by the sun. The black...
Neil, this is Houston. Did you copy about the contingency sample? Over.
All right, you're going to get to that just as soon as I finish these picture series.
The shadow of the lunar module is the dark area to the lower left of your picture. And the leg of it, of course, you see going up through the middle, the white structure. Might help out a little bit here, too, David. According to the information we got on the way the spacecraft had landed, you're looking southwest on the moon. The ladder is pointing almost due west. It's 13 degrees to the south from due west on the moon, which would mean, if you're looking at it, the ladder is pointed to the left side of the moon, westward, and slightly south.
Okay, gonna get the contingency sample there, Neil? Right. Okay, that's good.
Unless they're in some kind of depression, the horizon is usually about 2 miles away.
A little out of sequence on his chores there. He was supposed to get the contingency sample, the small first sample of the lunar surface as a first activity, and then go to the other. He reversed them a bit.
Okay, the contingency sample is down, and it's up sample.
He moved out of camera range to get that because they wanted to get a sample as far as they could.
That's very interesting. It's a very soft surface, but here and there where I plug with the contingency sample collector, I run into very hard surface, but it appears to be very cohesive material of the same sort. I'll try to get a rock in here. A couple.
Again, the reason he moved away was they wanted to get as far as they could away from where the descent engine put out its plume and disturbed the surface of the moon. And they want to get as pure a sample as they can.
It has a stark beauty all its own. It's like much of the high desert of the United States. It's different, but it's very pretty out here. Be advised that a lot of the rock samples out here, the hard rock samples, have what appear to be vesicles in the surface. Also, I'm looking at one now that appears to have some sort of phenocryst.
Houston, roger out.
Here's a precise...
Okay, the handle is off the... it pushes in about 6 to 8 inches into the surface. Like it's pretty easy to... It is. It's, I'm sure I could push it in farther, but it's hard for me to bend down farther than that. Didn't know you could throw so far. You can really throw things a long way up here.
Precise quotation of the first words spoken by man on the moon. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
My pocket open, Buzz? Yes, it is. It's not up against your suit, though. Hit it back once more. More toward the inside. Okay, that's good.
The TV camera
Right in the
is
pocket? Yeah, push down.
fixed in this
Got it.
position for the time
No,
being.
not all the way in. Push it.
In a few moments, he's going to take it off and mount it on a tripod away from the spacecraft, and so we should get a
Engine
little better
sample
look.
is in the pocket. My oxygen is 81%. I have no flags, and I'm in minimum flow.
This is Houston. Roger, Neil.
He's in good condition.
Okay, I got the camera going at 1 frame a second. Okay. And I've got 80%, no flags. Good. Are you getting a TV picture now, Houston?
Neil, yes, we are getting a TV picture. Neil, this is Houston. We're getting a picture. You're not in at the present time. We can see the bag on the LEC being moved by Buzz, though. Here you come into our field of view.
Let me move that over the edge for you. Okay, ready for me to come out? Yeah, just stand by a second. I'll move this over the handrail.
Well, he's moving with a great deal more confidence than he did initially. He's bouncing around now.
That's how you move when you lose 5/6 of your weight.
You're right. But not nearly as gingerly as at first.
Okay. All right, that's got it. Are you ready? All set.
And now Armstrong will make pictures of Aldrin as he comes down the ladder
Okay,
with
you
the camera. And
saw
we'll see
what
it from the other
difficulties
camera.
I was having. I'll try to watch your bliss from underneath here.
It really gets around with remarkable ease.
You know, they had prepared for all sorts of problems. Falling down, not being able to get up, not being able to get enough traction to move around, to start or stop.
All right, the backup camera is position. Okay, your bliss looks like it's clear and okay. The toes are about to come over the sill. Okay, now drop your bliss down. There you go, you're clear. And laterally, you're good. Got an inch clearance on top of your bliss. Okay, you need a little bit of arching of the back to come down. How far are my feet from the edge? Okay, you're right at the edge of the porch. Okay. Back in from... Small little foot movement. Porch. Arching of the back. Moment comes up and clears the bulkhead without any trouble at all. Looks good.
Armstrong returning the favor now and helping Aldrin position himself as he comes out the hatch.
45 minutes PLSS time expended.
I have to come down the ladder and
Neil, this is Houston.
Join
Based
him
on
on the
your
moon.
camera transfer with the LEC, do you foresee any difficulties in SRC transfer over?
Negative.
That's the sample return containers, the rock boxes that Capcom...
Now I want to back up and partially close the hatch.
he was asking Armstrong if the device they used to lower the camera worked well enough to suggest they would have little or no trouble getting the rocks back up. And the answer was no problem.
Particularly good thought. That's our home for the next couple hours. We want to take good care of it. Okay, I'm on the top step, and I can look down over the RCU and Landing gear pad. It's a very simple matter to hop down from one step to the next. Yes, I found it to be very comfortable, and walking is also very comfortable. You've got 3 more steps and then a long one. Okay, I'm going to leave that 1 foot up there and both hands down about the 4th rung up. There you go.
And he jumped down.
Okay, now I think I'll do the same.
And the second man is on the moon.
A little more. About another inch. There, you got it? That's a good step. Yeah. About a 3-footer. Beautiful view. Isn't that something? Magnificent sight out here. Magnificent desolation.